let's move on to principle number 2. There is a 2-date minimum per plan man. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. This is why. Because we all like to think that we are fantastic at reading people through first impressions. And even if you are good at it in other aspects of your life, I want you to remember postulate number 1, you suck at love. Yes? So, and the second reason is because some of the most honest, loving, and willing guys make terrible first impressions, usually because they don't get as much practice as Rico Suave certified hot guy. The other reason why there's a 2-date minimum is because we are conducting an experiment. And in any experiment, you need your control sample and you need your experiment sample. So, because that way you get a 3-dimensional person, because people do such weird shit on first dates. Let me tell you one more thing, because I got my Asian sisters here. You're not gonna believe this. I meet this guy on the internet, right? And we talk on the phone, and he's lovely, a lovely conversation. We decide to meet for dinner. And I show up, I had forgotten to tell him I was Chinese because it just didn't come up, right? And so he's flustered by this. I don't know what he pictured, this blonde whatever, and he's trying to be okay with it. No, I'm okay with it. I'm like, that's fine. He's like, oh, I'm okay with it. So halfway through dinner, to prove he's okay with it, he takes off his shoe and holds it across the dinner table to show me that it's made in China. Which, ew, don't buy your shoes from China. One of the worst things we make. And let's look at this 2-date minimum flow chart. Here is your first date, and here is you. One of 2 things is gonna happen. You're either gonna like him or you're not gonna like him. Either way, 1 of 2 things is gonna happen. He's either gonna call you or he's not going to call you. Either way, if he calls you, you say yes to a second date, whether you like him or not. If he does not call you 7 days after your first date, you call him and ask him out on a second date, whether you like him or not. Only if he says no at this point can you remove him from the graph and collect a replacement. All right? And that's why you do 2 dates, because then you get a, 3-dimensional person and they can make up for that weird shit that they did. Or unless they were faking being nice, then by the second date they let their guard down. You can see they're really a dick. Okay. Now, let's go over our breakup ladder. Breaking up is no longer up to you. You cannot dismiss a man or break up with him because you don't think there's chemistry or because you don't see it going anywhere. Or my personal favorite was, and this is the one I used all the time, was like, he's so nice, I don't want to hurt his feelings. No, that's bullshit. Can't do that anymore. All right. There are only 5 reasons you can break it off with a plan man. They're in the order of intensity, yes? The first one is the ickies. This is your liars, your cheaters, your addicts and your abusers, jealous meatheads, anyone that manages to treat you like crap and then make you feel guilty for it. Yeah? Now, these are the bad boys. You would say, like, why do we want to go out with the ickies? We love the ickies. We're all over the ickies. And I finally figured out why. Because when you go out with somebody that's all fucked up, you get to be the better person. There's something really nice about that. Because, when you have to go out with somebody, you're like, why don't you fix this and stop drinking and do this and do that? Then you don't have to worry about yourself at all. Because now that I'm with this great sweetheart of a guy, I gotta be like, oh, I'm nosy. I'm a moody bitch. I can be, like, cranky and unreasonable. And that is very inconvenient. So,